Hi Leo, welcome to your October reading, astrology and tarot forecast. Here we are. We only have a couple months left of this year. And as we kind of bring this year to a close for you guys, there's really an emphasis, especially in October, there's an emphasis on your home, your family, and the communication styles between them, as Mercury is in Scorpio now, which is your fourth house. And it will be going retrograde on October 13th, and it will be going back direct on November 3rd. So what does that mean? There might be some miscommunications when it comes to home and family. There might be some like little mishaps and stuff. Just really pay attention to the details. There could be a lot of accidents. You are feeling this expansive energy with Mars being in your ninth house, and Mars is going to be there in Aries until January of next year. So you're really feeling this opportunity to expand yourself. You're really feeling this time and this spark to make things bigger and learn new things and gain as much knowledge as you possibly can. And you've been feeling all of this for a while. And even though the restrictions in your day-to-day life may still be there, you can tell that something big is coming. You can just feel that something big is coming for you. And when that happens, and when we sort of are feeling that expansive energy anyways, there are opportunities that we can miss. There are accidents that can happen because we're like skipping steps and we're trying to rush into doing things. And with Mercury being retrograde in your fourth house, just be very careful. If people aren't understanding where you're coming from, if you're trying to explain certain things to them, and they just don't get it, don't try and push it. Don't try and force the issue. Don't try and force the conversation, because honestly, there isn't really a lot that you can do when somebody can't hear what you're saying. A lot of people, we all sort of just need to come into this understanding that not everybody is going to understand us. And when we allow ourselves to say, okay, I guess you're just not going to understand me, then you're just not going to understand me. And that's fine, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you write everybody off, or you shove everybody away, or you shut yourself down. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of opportunity right now in order for you to thrive. There's a lot of opportunity right now for your future to just blow up and glow up, if you will. And what I would really like to see from you guys more than anything is where you're accepting your role in that expansion and not just trying to rush to make it all happen yesterday. You see? So let's look at the cards and see where you're coming from. Let's see what your energy... Oh, I totally forgot. Okay, hold on a second. So the jewelry, first of all, everybody keeps asking me about the jewelry, the necklaces that I wear, everything that I wear. I get all of my necklaces from a dear friend of mine, Stephanie. She's with Cosmic Feels. Her Etsy shop information is in the description box. Very affordable crystal jewelry made with love. Her energy is amazing. Also, I have another friend, my roommate, who makes smudge sprays and rollers. And the reason why I thought about it is I forgot to put the Leo roller on. She's made all of these rollers for me for each sign that I'm doing. And these are going to be on the market very soon. But right now, we have this thing where this, like, inhaling the smoke and stuff is kind of a bad thing, right? So she has Smudge Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself spray. That's just a cleansing spray. And then we have Bitch, I'll Raise Your Vibes. And then we have, this is her best-selling roller, which is Moldavite oil. And Moldavite is a stone that really helps you build your spiritual base and really helps you connect to the fifth dimension and really helps you to just really open up all of your psychic faculties, if you will. So it's pretty cool. It's a very strong, powerful crystal rock that she has put in oil form for us. So, okay. I know I'm being really quiet. The cards are super interesting. Okay. So this is going to be for some people. I'm getting a couple of messages with this. I have the 3 of Cups, and I have the Devil, and I have the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. I feel like some of you are recognizing that there's a third-party situation that's going on. Now, I don't typically go straight for the third-party situation when it comes to the 3 of Cups, but followed up by the Devil and the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is being single, being abundant and independent all on your own and being single. And the Devil is the temptation, is the obsession. So either you are in the middle of a temptation or somebody, because I feel like there's an overindulgence that's happening here with the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Swords, but it's creating anxiety. And honestly, if it's not you that's doing it, then it's either your partner or somebody else in your circle is being very obsessive and overindulgent. I really, man, I hate to do readings like this. I honestly feel like, and with Mercury and Scorpio, there are no secrets. Everything that happens will come to light. There is no, there's no hiding. There's no hiding when Mercury's in Scorpio. Everything sort of just explodes, if you will. And since it's going retrograde and it's happening in your 4th house, then, and if you have done something that's not of the great nature in the past, or if somebody has done something to you that's not honest in the past, that will probably come to light very, very quickly during this time. So it feels very much like somebody is overindulging and it's coming out. So let's clarify. 3 of Cups. Yeah. Because there's some kind of, on the 3 of Cups, we have the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Empress. It feels like there are some mixed signals here, too. I'm not sure that you necessarily know what you want. And I think that when you find out the information, you sort of go back and forth between feeling really bad about it and dwelling on it, and then being like, I need to buck up and I need to find my own way and I need to allow myself to keep pushing forward regardless of what's happening. So that Empress and 5 of Cups and 7 of Cups is like paying attention to the things that you are losing, because this 3 of Cups is like that disappointment. And now it's sort of like, oh man, now what do I do? Where do I go from here? How do I accept? Like, there are so many options. Like, you find out whatever's happening, and then you're presented with a whole bunch of options. But in reality, it's not. I mean, I know that it feels like everything is sort of falling apart. But with this Empress vibe here, and it could be that it's a Taurus or a Libra that's doing this to you. And you're so disappointed in the fact that it's happening. Could also be a Capricorn energy that's doing it to you as well. But you're so disappointed in what's happening, you almost don't even know what to think or where to go or how to deal with the information. that's coming up. Let's see. It's like you thought that everything was going, yeah. And you knew that this was coming. That's the problem, is you knew. I'm convinced now that this is not you doing this. You are the person that's being told. Like, you're hearing the news. And you intuitively already felt it. So we have the 8 of Wands and the High Priestess on the Devil. You already knew something was going on behind your back. You already felt it. You saw the red flags. And you probably chose to ignore those red flags, just like we always do. Everybody does it. Don't be hard on yourself about that. But you have to get honest. You really have to get honest with yourself at this point and be like, okay, now that I'm in this position, now that we're here, now what do I do? Because I feel like a whole bunch of things opened up for you once the information came out. I feel like all of that stuff opened up for you the second that all of this information came out, and maybe even sort of created a panic, and then the clarity came. Because now you can see with that Sun and the 9 of Pentacles that you get to create your own abundance independently. And with Venus and Virgo, your second house, right? There's that feeling that the self-worth, the value and the self-worth. And that's where the healing is. The Sun is you. Leo is ruled by the Sun. I also feel like somebody else sees you. Not necessarily this person, but there's somebody else that really sees you, that is separate of the person who hurt you, or the person that, like, you have noticed, oh yeah, and it's definitely a Libra or a Gemini energy that sees you. So we have Justice and we have the Lovers. You just have to remember that when you're in pain, or you're healing from the past, or you're healing from what somebody did to you in the past, you can easily project that into a new relationship if you don't watch yourself, if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. If you're not emotionally, if you're not creating that emotional maturity within you, you can easily project your hurt and pain onto somebody else. So even though you want to manifest that love, there's an alignment, there's a balance and alignment that Libra season's asking for you to do. And this is the most unbalanced Libra season that I've seen. The astrology is very unbalanced, but the beauty of that is also where we can reconnect ourselves to our best and highest good, where we're not looking for the balance on the outside, and we're looking more for the balance on the inside. Because that Lovers card, it's not just about love. It's about choices. It's about making decisions that create that masculine and feminine alignment within yourself. You see? So let's see what the 9 of Swords is, because I understand your anxiety within it. But instead of creating that anxiety while you're alone, and it could be that it's a Virgo that's creating the anxiety, it's somebody that you really thought highly of at one point. But if the anxiety is coming from a Virgo, or you feel anxious when you're alone, because having the Hermit, that could just be that you want to be in hermit mode, that you don't want to be bothered by anybody. But if you're not allowing yourself to heal, and you're just sitting there and you're like replaying everything in your head while you're alone, that's not a healing effort for you, and that could actually be worse, right? You could drag yourself into a much deeper depression if you allowed yourself to. You see? So, Judgment. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Okay. 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 All right. It's really time for you to step into your power, Leo, in a big way. And that 10 of Pentacles with Judgment is asking you to see how you are building that long-term stable foundation for yourself, because your end goal is different than what it was last year. I mean, let's be honest. And your life probably looks pretty different than it did at the beginning of this year. And so now we all have to reassess what it is that we truly want and truly desire, and where we're creating and what we're creating from that standpoint. So then we have the 4 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So there you are, holding on to your coins just as tightly as you can. And I get it, man, I get it. If you're trying to build this 10 of Pentacles future, you're going to want to save your money, right? Makes sense. Especially if you're trying to do things in an independent and abundant way. I see nothing wrong with that. What I will say, though, is be very, very careful that you're not being so miserly and you're not holding on to all of your coins so much that it makes you miserable, that you aren't enjoying the fruits of your labor in the here and now. Because if we're being quite honest and we're laying everything out on the table, we cannot predict the future. We can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow. And if we don't enjoy ourselves now and tomorrow never comes, then what was the whole point anyways of holding on to all of that, right? So save your money and allow yourself the freedom at the same time. It's possible. I do feel like you're getting messages from somebody who is extremely intuitive. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands. I feel like you're getting messages from somebody that's extremely intuitive. And I feel like these talks are allowing you to get very honest about some of the cycles that you're having to end. And one of those cycles, we have the World and the 2 of Cups with the 10 of Swords. One of those cycles is about how you see relationships and how you're relating to those relationships, how you are creating within those relationships, and like what it is that you truly, truly want to have in life. You want to have that long-term happiness. You want to have that stability. You want to have that spiritual relationship, that emotional relationship, that physical relationship, right? But if you're not being honest with yourself, and you're just out there playing the game, then you're not going to find the person that's going to settle down with you. So I think that there's a lot of cycles that are ending for you when it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to, especially with the sun being in Libra, you're communicating with people in a way that you probably have never communicated with them before. And you're going that kind of light, when you start communicating with people in a different kind of way, you start to see who's for you and who's against you. Do you see? Because you're not dealing with the bullshit anymore. You're not, it's not all love and light Leo right now. It's about business. It's about getting down to business. So really accepting your role in the life that you are in, that is going to be a big thing for you. And don't dwell on the stuff that has to fall away. Like, it's painful. Yeah, it's painful. And I want you to feel it. And I don't want you to just bypass the pain. I don't want you to bypass all of that, because if you don't accept what you're going through and you don't allow yourself to feel what you're going through, then it's more difficult in the long run to own up. And it's difficult to heal. And it's difficult to be aware. You see? But hiding away is not the thing to do. Hiding away is not. It's about releasing it all. But there are definitely some cycles that are ending, which I love for you guys. So if you would like a more personal, in-depth reading, I do have a lot of Libra specials available. I am doing the Akashic Records now, which is really looking into past lives and all of the things that we've brought in from past lives that are sort of holding us back from moving forward into our purpose. We do readings and clearings for that. I have tarot readings, astrology readings, Reiki stuff, all those specials in the description box. Also, come join us for the memberships. It's a lot of fun. We do mid-month love readings. We do daily energy updates. We have a Discord where we hang out on. We have Reiki twice a month, and we also have full moon and new moon rituals. So all of that is in the description box, or join the membership below, or go to Patreon. I love you guys. Have a wonderful October, and I will see you very soon. Bye.